Look at this countdown. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, enough looking at the countdown. It's Big Game Hunt time. Big Game Hunt is a short 14-day event. It also happens to have the second highest value bars after Defeat the Undefeatables that scale with achievement points. And by scale, I mean you need 8,000 achievement points for the good quantity of rewards, and any lower than that will offer you much less for the same progress. If these are your bars, sucks to be you. Progress is farmed from anything that resembles a boss. Overworld boss, Dark Force, Parallel World boss, Paragon. Wait, why does Paragon drop half the progress? Doesn't matter. You kill a boss, you get roughly 0.1% closer to the end of the bar. And also killing bosses gives this buff, up to double progress as long as you kill bosses within 15 minutes of one another. And yes, if you have the buff and log out, you will keep it. But your best bet is sticking to Parallel World bosses for the 50% chance to gain one book each run. The main attraction of this event, sadly, is the Old Glory Cloak and Ring set. To quickly describe them, they are Q8 set with massively buffed ice missiles since Q8 set was a thing. That's illegal. That's a lot of damage. Nostalgia bait. At least it works in PvP. That's a lot of damage. Oh wait, this is Giant Knight, so this is nothing. This set is locked behind a scary mix of endurance and RNG. To understand it better, let's take a look at Emilia's offers. You have 9 different ports, yet only 2 can actually drop the set. The rest contain a single boss and are only used to get familiar with said boss. Alternatively, you can collect ports by crafting them with Andermans, Dragon Bones, and books, or buy bundles in the shop. Warning: try your best to not do this event solo, especially if you like the stats. The bosses here have a significant health buff compared to their normal counterparts, while also being immune to any and all armor breaks, armor breaking pets, and elemental essences act as if you have no essences. Taking a character with 800,000 damage made me spend 3 minutes on a single boss on green. Now imagine how slow it gets when you put all 6 bosses at once. Well, you don't have to imagine for long. But before I show a full run, let's talk best build. If you've seen my last video, you shouldn't be surprised to see a lightning pick. However, there's this one obscure item that happens to deal more damage than lightning. That obscure item is Sharkrab's offhand. The description doesn't make it look very special, but that description is wrong. The damage dealt is not only way higher, but also deals the same damage to fully armor broken targets as one with completely unbroken armor. The only downside is that this attack can never land a crit. Here's a side-by-side comparison of lightning build versus Sharkrab build. I chose Herald as he has decreased lightning resistances, giving lightning the best possible result it can reach. In a real run, you have to deal with 5 other bosses, 3 of which will have increased lightning resistances compared to armor. And even with the odds being in lightning favor, Sharkrab build wins by a decent amount. Luckily, you don't need to use Sharkrab's offhand as any other class. I tried that on Ranger out of curiosity, but the gun build does more than enough physical damage to completely dominate whatever the Sharkrab quiver can do. Dragon Knights would be even stronger with normal 2-handed build, as Smash plus Lightning Mastery could result in higher percent skill damage per second than Ranger, but overall similar damage because Lightning is weaker than physical for the arena. As for Steam Mechanicus, I'm not sure. The offhand triggers on quickshot, so in theory it should be a smooth transition. But since most of the damage comes from turrets, sacrificing up to 20% of your damage for Sharkrab may be a downgrade. I would appreciate if any of you make a comparison between Two-Handed and Sharkrab Dwarf, because I don't have the Dwarf for that. I had some struggle determining the best Ranger build. Dragan is a solid option, mostly because you're expected to have the stats to tank the hit, but it isn't the strongest damage option. I tried the physical variant of Poison build, as physical attacks are stronger than Elemental here, as it has the ability to reach 960% skill damage per attack, as opposed to Deadly Blow's 590. The single boss test went as expected, and that build placed second due to not enough time to reach 20 stacks. But that build can be rather annoying to play if you plan to die a lot. As such, if your plan is strictly doing Inferno runs, you can equip Mortis set and tag along with a tank or two to keep your distance. It will not work on Bloodshed though, mostly due to one of Herald's abilities. If you didn't know, parallel world bosses can gain new or upgraded abilities with difficulty. For Herald, the difference between Inferno and Bloodshed is that he starts summoning monsters, while also leaving burning spots on the map. And if this doesn't end you, later on, Balor certainly will. With his massive range and ability to increase attack speed after a while, good luck tanking this beast on Bloodshed. And if your top tanking was already difficult in the arena, wait until you see the Guardians map. Dealing with one boss can be scary, but dealing with 4 guys with long melee range and significantly higher damage who retain all immunities from boss arena can get a slight bit annoying. Just a very slight amount. Defeating these 4 spawns an elite Guardian who doesn't actually have any elite stats. Instead, he has the chance to drop this event's jewel. The rest of this video is my first solo run for this event. Thank you for watching this far. As usual, I will have a part 2 with my opinions on the event towards the end of it, once the grind is done. See you then.